And now we are going to get ready, ladies and
Alah
gentlemen.
guys, tonton dan buat perlawanan penantian yang sangat korang tunggu kan. Player Malaysia kita Selangor Red Giant berantah dengan Virtus Pro di home stage sama kita saksikan perlawanan pertama di Leno.
Draft, something that works, something that's solid, very orthodox.
VP yang menang wildcard tu kan, Pak? Betul.
I like to see how
Champion
they're
wildcard.
proving just how flexible they are indeed in as early
Oh,
as
ni
game
CSU menang,
number
Pak.
1.
Pergi tengok, aku dah post dah video ni.
Switching up their drafting
Dekat
pattern
videos. Pergi tengok.
that early
Rajin-rajin.
on.
Pergi share kat jiran, pupus papat,
It's a
adik-beradik.
unique approach to see the meta coming in from
Makcik-makcik bawang,
wildcard
pakcik-pakcik
champions
bawang.
rather than the defending champions.
Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Game 1 into the land of Dawn as Natan brings us in. Skies and Andoryu going to be pathing towards the same route over. They'll be meeting up, and let's talk a little bit about this matchup, right? Lancelot versus the Joy. I think in recent times, well, hold up, big fight mid lane.
Stormy digasak menggunakan flicker, Yum.
Seems like Stormy has been brought down to less than half
Mana draft
HP,
beta,
and
Pak?
I'm seeing
Draft
the
beta.
confidence in the interview, even just now in the mid lane from Pluto.
Bober.
Tak tahulah guys.
Well played on the Kimi. It just shows
Macam
you the
Virtus Pro.
experience that he's had in the wild card, just picking up this hero so many times. And Andoryu
Sama
was
kita
actually
tengok macam mana job desk
Boris
yang
straight
dilakukan.
into the Lethal Wanderer, knowing that SRG's jungler Sky
Selamat tengok live lah. Selamat kembali.
Yep. And
Jangan lupa
liking how
kasih
they're controlling
like
the
1K.
mid lane
Ya
so
duk
far,
guys.
since we know for a fact that
Global
Hilda
ban apa? Tak.
does tend to be the one
Ngaku
putting the
bang, ngaku,
pressure,
ngaku.
being the one trying to invade a bit, but okay, so we saw this coming,
Susah je cloud tu.
but not to a
You.
point where it could potentially be an early solo kill, but hold on, in the mid lane it seems like there's action happening once
Oh,
more.
Sky berjaya menumbangkan Pluto. Sky masih lagi hidup. Wow.
And will not get punished for it.
Great moves from Skies. A glimpse of the MSC performance he's had
Oh,
last time.
solo kill kah?
Okay, gets the flicker out of the turret, but will that keep him
Ah,
safe?
2 hit lagi.
Because Kram will try to
Wah,
open the kill, but
kalau tak
instead
solo
now
kill,
it's Yums
sumpah.
From
trying to help him there.
hampir 800
A little bit of
mata
help,
memandang
but
tapi
somehow
like
still a
baru
solo kill.
284
I guess it can still count mid lane. This is definitely not a
Ya
solo.
guys, thank you Ajinomoto. Stormy menampakkan dia ditumbangkan oleh Andoryu.
Mid lane coming in from Virtus Pro, and the way they're able to answer back against SRG, this is a surprising turn.
Tiba terlive dia buka, Lancelot melarikan diri. Nampak gayanya objektif turtle ni bakal dapatkan mudah oleh Skies mungkin.
Not yet level 4, and the control in the turtle pit seems to fall into SRG's hands.
This is big. SRG have brawled it out and actually have gotten a better timing in towards the turtle.
Yung
Back on level
sedikit
4,
memberi
no, that's
gasakan. Yung menggunakan flicker melarikan diri. Nampaknya turtle pertama mudah dapatkan oleh SRG OG.
That SRG OG secures the first turtle of the game.
Now we get to see the setup that was done in the draft. You know, banning out a lot of the ready-to-fight heroes for Turtle 1 to take away that strength away from VP. Now we get to check onto the emblems here. Master Assassin for the Claude. It's the firmness for the Moskov. Super A Gorka has taken much more of a passive route. Hell, I think the entire team has 3 tenacities from Virtus Pro. They're really respecting the firepower from SRG.
So could they be really planning to focus on the macro for this game, not until they know that they've already hit their power spikes? But the way we're seeing it right now, at least in the trio mid, they're just really taking on the fights. They're somehow starting to brawl, but speaking of brawl, it seems like Stormy will
Lancelot
start it
menggunakan ulti melarikan diri.
They
Yum
will
digasak
try to
sini.
go
Yum
for
ada
it,
kau
and
tumbangkan.
they take down Pluto. Andoryu gets
Skies
his way,
masuk
but now will he try to
ke arah
re-engage?
Edit. Edit
Because
dia
the rest of
ditumbangkan
his teammates,
oleh
they seem to be in
Stormy.
danger. That's 2 members down for Virtus Pro.
Great fight from SRG, utilizing that Stormy utility here early on. Getting those knockups massive for SRG, and you can just see the coordination here for SRG, right? The fact that they were all ready to pounce as the knockup came through with the Lantern Flare shows you that at least here, they've got the advantage in that department. Virtus Pro were all over the place.
Yeah.
Bober was kiting away, wanted to go for the member they used Traction Pulse on. Now Krem,
What? AOG right in front of
Teammate Kram menggunakan Vengeance. Kram killing spree untuk Lancelot. Andoryu.
And I agree with you. It seems like Virtus Pro, their mechanical capabilities, they've
Sky
proven
mencuri
that,
blue
but
buff.
their coordination might need a little more work.
No,
especially
Stormy
seeing them play,
menggunakan
but
flicker
Stormy
melarikan diri.
forced to flicker
Ultimate daripada
away,
Edit.
and
Ultimate juga
now
dilakukan.
the SOD,
Flicker.
okay, they will not proceed with the fight.
yeah. Scoreboard 4-3, really close, but SRG have gotten more value out of their kills over Virtus.pro. Virtus.pro, like you said, Brigitte, they've been sending two members into the bottom lane to go for these kills. And SRG have bought so much time with those guys before dying that they could get more value out of the map. Purple was stolen. This puts Skies in a good position, despite Endoryu still being at the same level, actually a bit ahead in XP, fighting for Turtle.
Champion versus champion kan.
3-0.
Champion wildcard.
Standing, but again,
Champion
even
Messi
despite him
selepas.
being a
Boleh ke
Lancelot, if SRGOG are able to just dominate and control the objectives that way, it's gonna be a little difficult for them to contest, and now they can immediately
Hendak
transition
stream
to
di
the top
TT
lane.
ke? Indak bah.
Might try his best to defend. They might not let go of this tier 1 just yet, and that's another thing I feel. There's no turrets taken down from either of these two teams so far.
Yeah, very disciplined from both these teams, at least when it comes to protecting their structures, lane swapping the lanes as well. Super Agorka sent down below for the turtle fight earlier. They didn't want to contest. And at least when it comes to the macro, it's great for Virtus.pro, right? They have been on the back foot for the most part of the trades, but they know what
ni
to
mungkin
do.
ada ni.
Here, bad cut.
Sky menekan ulti. Sky menerima damage agak banyak kat sini. Kimi telah menggunakan flicker mencari Skies. Masih lagi hidup Skies. Spear of Destruction. Stormy Purify. Last hit. Innocent dia menumbangkan Gatot. Innocent dia ditumbangkan oleh Kimi.
That might be the first win Virtus.pro has found in this game in a pure team fight.
Oh, Crown menerima damage agak banyak.
If that connected, I wonder how things would have changed. But just as we spoke about turrets, Virtus.pro get the first one away from SRGOG.
It was so close in the early game despite SRG's control over the neutral objective. 1,000 gold was all they had in the lead. And you could see with the team fight, despite being also very messy from VP, you could see the targeting being all over the place. They managed to find the solution, and it was a big spear to land from Super Agorka. From down below, absolutely ridiculous accuracy from the young man from EECA. And now we've got a game. Both teams scale up pretty well.
6 sama ke saya? Ni still balance lagi ni kan?
That was a firmness Moskov.
Firmness Moskov.
Tapi Cloud punya tower lah, goal. Pecah, Crab menerima damage agak banyak. Crab down. Betul ketiga, lalu muncul.
The turtle. Could this be a little different this time? Because VP,
Kejap,
they're able
guys.
to take a pick off against
Virtus.pro
SRG.
punya hero sedap lagi.
Wow. I'm really impressed by VP. The miscoordinations we saw early on, it seems like one fight and they're back together. This is their wildcard form in the final. Super Agorka picking up turrets for free as they set up for the final turtle of the game. Pluto.
Oh, will Endoryu let go of this
Tetap dia dapat kali Sky. Stormy menjadi tumbangkan oleh Lancelot. Pluto down. Sky jangan larikan diri.
But still, VP, they're not letting up without a fight.
Trades have been so equal this time around. VP get a little bit more of value. 2-1, a turret, but SRG did get the turtle. So it's a +1 value for VP here. Super Agorka, though, he's farming up to be a beast. Let's take a look at the items. Perfect timing. In-game equipment, it's not just the man in the gold lane, but it's the man, an import from the Philippines who's done amazing this game. Look at that lead. 1,000. Again, you have to remember, his purple buff got stolen. This hasn't been the best games when it comes to farm. Endoryu!
He's almost legendary. 6-0!
Blazing Duet.
Not just yet. It was the Phantom
Innocent
Execution.
melarikan diri. Purify juga telah digunakan. Got light untuk Lancelot. Berjaya menumbangkan Cram.
Oh my goodness.
Someone has to charge VP for fraud.
That was such
In the wild card, this was not how they performed. They were messy. Yes, they were good, but now Endoryu's going 1v1.
Are they actually gonna? Okay.
Back to the point.
Moskov tengah free
They're
guys.
not playing the way we expected them to. This is clean gaming for VP. Maybe the first few minutes, yes, that was the VP we expected.
Kurang
Little
sikit.
miscomms
Nampak
happening,
kalau nampak
miscoordinations,
best.
little small wins from SRG.
Entah, aku jarang main lah sekarang
But it
guys.
seems after the laning phase, this team has
Semenjak kalau tournament ni aku jarang sikit main.
so quickly. These fights have been so good. The rotations
Dia
as
macam
well.
kurang lah.
And it's SRG who find themselves on the back foot.
Aku tak nampak job desk dia macam menekan Lancelot ni. Lancelot ni free teruk ni.
Getting countered by the crowd control we spoke of.
Lancelot dia pun baik guys.
Yeah, and he got
Oh!
such a good start too.
Mati
but
Innocent.
hold on, speaking of, it's Innocent who gets taken down this time. Not the best one for FRGOG.
Sky shut down.
Gets to trade, however, but Endoryu
Sky's
still
down.
going for it.
Innocent down dah, lot hidup.
For both of these teams.
For the it's worth it for VP. They got both the carry, Skies and Innocent leaving the utility. Stormy in the mid lane. SRG still have the better control over the neutral objective here, so they will deny VP of a take on Lord, and it will prolong the game to a point where I think SRG can still pull things back.
Yeah.
It really comes down to a battle of team fights at this point, but VP have a Moskov. That's where the butt comes in.
Yeah.
If Super Agorka plays this well, this could be a split push angle that forces SRG into a crucial forced error.
Yeah, and if SRG OG in the
nampak apa yang you
fights
boleh buat
actually get the shutdown onto Andoryu,
There you
I
go.
feel like that'll matter
Dodging
a
duet.
lot, but will they actually
Oh,
get to
Innocent
do that?
down.
Tried to, but he will not succeed. That's a kill from Super
Lompatan
Agorka.
oleh
AOG
Pluto.
committed by Pluto, but he's all alone in the
Fear
middle.
distraction
But
kena,
Super
Pluto down.
Agorka, he makes it
Dia
to
menerima
the
damage agak
fight.
banyak. Dia bakal ditumbangkan.
Crab with a beautiful use of the vengeance gets a double
Legendary
kill.
untuk Lancelot.
And Andoryu, he's legendary.
3
but they
untuk
lose
2.
3 members. Badcon, is he still going for it?
The one time you don't go for the CC on CC, you lose it
Rashid,
out. Now Phantom Execution is Crab
Okay.
gets the kill back.
He
That
deep
gun
down.
taken down, and Doryu looking for scraps, has to land the puncture, goes over the throw, Rose Cram survives.
Somehow he still
Let's look.
survives.
Shut down.
Guys, shut down, but still
Dah. Boleh
How is
paksa tu.
Andoryu still alive
Tak apa
after
guys,
all of
daripada cari
this?
benda yang tak pasti
How
kan.
is SRG doing it as well? We've got so many questions that we need to answer, that these two teams need to answer. And Doryu surviving, SRG winning despite not having Innocent in that fight. They want to fight again. Pluto knocked up.
Mati
He's
Pluto ni.
starting to hurt. Innocent is starting to hurt.
Pluto, saya tak balik.
Won't be able to land.
Dia
The
kembangkan
AOG
Scar,
is
shutdown.
but he might be
Lancelot,
taken out
dia shutdown
here by
juga oleh Innocent. Innocent kaya.
Doing work,
Innocent,
trying to
Innocent.
lower the trades
Oh.
now that their jungler
Lord.
is down, but it might just be the disengagement
Oh,
with the
Lord dia
car.
dapat kali Innocent.
Using
Astagfirullah.
Crab, down.
3 deaths, but he still clutched that Innocent, man.
Flicker
It's
daripada
ridiculous.
Kimi.
Bober with the flicker out. Yum's looking for the chase now, trying to cut him down.
Backcourt ni kena kepung ni, kena sandwich ni.
And it's a
Bad
dive
cut.
into him. One last Earth Shatter as Innocent picks up a killing
Hanya
spree.
tinggal
And
Bober
finally
saja.
sets SRG's win condition in place.
Those were like consecutive redemption moments for Cram because the sudden jump on his KDA, just look at that. If he was struggling to position himself earlier, he got the shutdown on 2 crucial heroes of VP, and then after that,
Teammate daripada Cram
just
cuba mencari
kept
Kimi.
putting in the pressure, which led them to getting this objective even.
Let's take a look at the fight again. A replay of it. Super Agorka zoned away. Now we see the brilliance
Ui,
of the Hilda
itu
pick.
kalau kena sodok dengan
Maybe a
backcourt
lot of
tadi tu.
people, me included, don't like the Hilda pick, right? Because, especially in Rome. But he's done his job. Yoms was able to bait out so many of the resources from Super Agorka, tank so many shots from him. But the rest of SRG can come down and
Jadi
beat him
masuk
up.
bagai angle.
Cram, the
Ya.
most vulnerable member on the team to crowd control, is still the big prio. There's a fight going on in live cam view. AOG to defend. Let's take a look at it.
Oh, Skies.
Super
Oh, jadi ditumbangkan.
Finding Skies, will VP actually go for this fight knowing that their jungler is down, but they focus on taking down the Lord for now. That at least exposed all their inhibitor turrets, however, and
What
somehow
happened?
an advantage for SRG.
Did Super Agorka get a solo kill? Did Skies
But
walk up too aggressively? Because he did land the SOD, yes, but when he did, Skies was already super low.
So there was probably a
Oh,
fight before
ikatan
that.
kena kedua.
Look at this curtain call.
Pluto
What's
down,
going to
Moskov
Pluto
dah
and
menggunakan
Agorka?
wand.
Beautiful targets for
Ada follow up
Cram,
untuk
but
Cram.
gets knocked up right there by the Earth Shatter.
Baik siap Cram.
Badcon, though, doesn't have the Primal Wrath, so they won't be able to find a way to fight back. Not unless Andoryu looks for the trades.
Wah,
but
kena
the third
fighting
round
gila,
doesn't
kena
seem to
pancing
line
gila.
up for
Baik duk.
Stormy.
Omicron.
Desperate play from Endoryu, and SRG will capitalize
Kena-
on this.
kena pancing gitu yang
Experience of the
slot dia, guys.
defending MSC champions coming in the mid game. 13 minutes in, and they're going to be knocking at the base turret. First one going down, SOD landing for Super Agorka. Skies!
Guys, menggunakan ulti. Crystal boleh fokus, blazing duet, lompatan daripada Gatot Kaca. Gatot down, mudah. Monster kill untuk Cram. Peluang cerah untuk SRG menangkan game mungkin.
But they have to
Tapi Lancelot
wait
hidup.
for the next wave.
5
Orang
seconds
beli
on
Immortal.
Endoryu. Wave is coming in, but it's a bit too slow. VP actually have a shot of defending. SRG
Conceal.
need to get this wave into the base. Here we go.
Did they actually go for the conceal? Badcon doesn't
Crystal boleh
land
fokus.
here. Shatter and
Bober down.
is the
Lancelot.
first to fall. Andoryu 2 won't more.
No
Or he
minion.
will make it out alive.
Ada
And
minion kat bawah.
successfully clears the wave still.
Skies down.
Skies just died. What? Where?
Wait,
Did he
wait.
get shot by the turret? Did he walk up too far? far, or was the minions the one that dealt the final blow?
There's a Lord! There's a
This
Lord!
is a big mistake from SRG. Yes, they've gotten value. It's still value. Base turrets taken down mid and bot. But VP have more members.
Betul,
For the
ulti,
Lord,
larikan
20
diri.
seconds for Skies. Kram is walking up still very aggressively. Okay. It's not a big mistake. The SRG have recovered very, very well, just poking and holding their ground up against a VP team that also was waiting for 2 members to get back up in Badcon and Bober.
Okay, so at least it isn't necessarily an immediate transition into the Lord for VP, even though
Gerakan
Sakai was
tambahan
taken
Violet tadi.
down earlier. And it seems like they'll need a bit more resources if they want to deal with Cram, unlike how it was for the first few minutes. Things have changed a bit, especially as Innocent has already taken his items. He's already full build on this Claude. But speaking of full build,
Pluto down.
no,
Got light untuk Cram.
doesn't go for the engage and instead gets taken down. So Pluto and Badcon.
Seronok Cram game ni bro. Gila kau, gatot dia mati 10 gila guys.
There's no
Split
front
push
line
untuk
up
Moskov,
against
dikejar
SRG
pula oleh Yum.
composition in the late game, man. Yum's walking up, canceling the recall, and it will be a 2v1. Super Agorka throws it
Ui,
out.
nasib baik tak kena
Almost
Stormy tu.
catches Stormy. 2v1.
One.
Uses the wind of nature.
Gili-gili
but against
masuk.
two, will he be still
3.
able to find a way out? Make it 3
Mystic
indeed.
Moskov sendiri, guys.
Skies doesn't care. Taking
Hero
down
late
one of
game
the
dia orang
best
mati
ways
pula.
to defend for
What
VP.
in the world?
30 seconds on the death timers. SRG are looking to go for just one wave in the mid lane. They think it's going to be enough. They've shoved up
Innocent
top.
simpan
No,
stack.
wait. Yeah, they're just going to go for the mid lane, straight into it. Cram with the curtain call over to Badcon.
Okay, the curtain call was already used, but it seems like they're not
terlajak
gonna
tu
care.
Pancilot.
He doesn't land any of his skills, and instead SRG
Blazing Duet daripada Innocent menggunakan Purify, Crystal. Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, game pertama dimenangkan oleh Slough Red Giant Nice try untuk Virtus Pro. Sama-sama kita saksikan game kedua sebentar saja lagi. Yang paling penting jangan lupa like, komen, share bagi pendapat korang pasal game yang pertama ni guys. Yang paling penting jangan lupa subscribe. Let's go.